Welcome back to the Zero Check Podcast, episode 109. Gentlemen, good evening. How's it going?
It's going great, Mike.
What's up, Mike?
Mike, where are you recording from today? That looks weird over there.
Yeah. It's a little different view. How did you know I wanted to talk about this? Probably because I said, hey guys, ask me about where I am.
This is our fourth take, that's why.
Yeah,
I feel like we've been here before.
I'm coming to you this evening from my wife's workstation. You know, my wife gets to work from home a couple of days a week. And this is the little workstation she made for herself. I'm in between workstations right now myself due to some mismanagement of time, I guess you could say. So I'm here, and I tell you what, this is like nice IKEA furniture that we got for her, but I was going through the desk drawers and I wanted to show you some of the things that my wife has at her workstation.
Wait, did you adjust the chair at all? Did you change the height of the chair?
I did, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
You're so lucky she
It's
doesn't
like changing the
listen to
car
this.
seat. Just don't do it.
We'll see if she notices. My wife's not very observant.
Yeah, let's go through all her stuff right here. Let's do it.
Well, thank you. Yes. So here is her. So I sat down here and I was like, oh, I need something to take notes on. So I opened up the drawer and here is my wife's bougie note to self pad of paper here.
It says like note to self. Wow.
Yeah. And it's like all gold inlaid and stuff, you know, and it looks like it's from it's from Designer Works Inc. notepad, foil stamped sheets. Very nice. So I go, well, what else is in here?
What's that first note on there?
Here it is. I took it. I ripped the top one off. Here are the items on my wife's to-do list. And I'll tell you the ones that are crossed off and the ones that aren't. Drop off dress at cleaners. She checked that one off. Return library books and DVDs. She checked that one off. Descale the coffee maker. She checked that one off. Buy a new mum plant. She hasn't done that one yet.
It's getting late for mums. They're going to be
You
dead.
should show up tomorrow with a mum plant. Be like, honey, I got you your mum plant.
I should. I said, I heard you needed one. Bake for office Halloween party. Now it's too late. So I guess she never got that done.
Get around to that.
Wash the bath trays. I don't even know what the bath trays are. So that was on her to-do list. So I took that one off the top. I put it in her drawer. So now I've got this fresh thing here. But then I opened up the big flat drawer. Look at this. Jesus Christ. Look at this nice bougie pair of scissors that she bought for herself. Now, what does she need scissors for?
Everybody needs a nice, sturdy, sharp set of scissors. I will stand behind that.
They've got like a floral pattern on the handle, and they're gold.
Well, maybe they were a gift.
Not from me.
Oh, my God. Listeners, tune in next week when Mike's recording from the fucking garage.
She's got a little mini stapler here. Look at this cute little thing.
You got to get the red singer if you're going to have a stapler.
But that's not what perplexed me the most about this. Look at this. This is a cardboard tube, and inside are assorted colored pencils. And I don't know why she needs colored pencils in the desk, but she does.
Maybe when she's reading documents, she makes notes in different colors.
Well, Bill, that's actually pretty good, but not one of these appears to have been used. So I don't know.
I tried.
None of this is going in. We've got like 2 seconds of content right now.
What are you talking about? This is my wife's desk. I just love it. I want to, and look, and then she's got these nice pens.
She's going to fucking murder you.
This is why would she murder? She doesn't listen to this. Pilot Laser Point 2 is the name of this pen. And so I'm going to use this and write on her gold leaf inlaid note to self. Gentlemen, do you want to play some Pathfinder with me?
Yeah.
Love to play some Pathfinder.
Great. While we still can.
All right. So where were we? Campaign.
We fought the megafauna super ultra hyper moose.
Right.
Oh yeah, that moose was tossing you guys around.
Yeah, he was trying to shag my donkey.
Yeah.
Cut that.
And then Cormac helped do a little bit of risky surgery. Keston Garrus. And then I think we started talking about going north.
That's right. Yeah, you guys are out here in the stolen lands. You're working for Warden Amiri right now. Amiri has asked you to track down the origin of this dagger that used to belong to Jaethal. Jaethal, or somebody at least, spotted the dagger in Shrikehaven, in Fort Trand. It's like this beautiful jewel-inlaid ceremonial dagger. You guys go, you find the merchant that's selling it. You buy it from the merchant. The merchant's kind of giving off a vibe of like, oh, thank God, I'm so glad to be rid of this thing. And the merchant tells you that he bought the dagger from somebody who told him that the dagger was found stuck inside a boar near the gigantic old sycamore tree, which everybody knows about. You give the dagger to Amiri. Amiri's like, why don't you go out there and check out the sycamore tree? And then you fought a moose. That's the campaign so far. What do you guys think?
That sums it up.
It was actually
good.
an elk, but that's
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Well, it wasn't even that. It was a different name. It was
it looked like a
very
big elk.
complicated. So
Look,
at the end of this,
episode
though,
108, I don't remember it. So.
yeah, I do want to say, like at the end of this, I think your orc friend gathers you all around and he says, it is natural in my culture after you kill a large animal like this that you share a truth with your comrades. And my truth is when I started having visions of Tristan and the stolen lands, I sought counsel from an elder, and he told me before you head, you should know that orcs are often mistrusted, and you should maybe consider hiding yourselves, disguising your identity. And so I think I've done a good job. I even surprised one of you when we met, and you said you're an orc, and did you act surprised? So I know my identity. As my subterfuge has worked, but I think it is time it comes true. One of the reasons I withheld my true name was just the harshness that comes with the orc language.
Oh, no, wait. So your name's not what is it? Verlos? That's not your name?
You could even tell I could not even keep it straight how to pronounce it.
None of us could.
My true name. It may sound harsh coming out, but it is, in fact, Velcro is my given name in the orcish tongue. I hope it is not too harsh for Velcro. You are. And so I feel bad for not telling you the truth when we first met, but we've been together now these 3 days and battled this monstrous beast. I feel I must entrust you with the truth. So I hope you will find me well met. I am Velcro. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance for real this time.
I feel like, I want to go back to that scene in Fight Club where it's like his name is Robert Paulson. So what's Velcro's last name? Does he have one?
Is Velcro.
It's still Orlog, sure.
Oh, so okay. So I'm sorry. Hang on. So he lies about his first name, but doesn't about his last name.
It worked, right? Like nobody really called him, like the Shrikehaven folks in Fort Trand. Nobody called him out being an orc, and like I said, he even until he let you guys know in the King's Chamber. It was before you guys realized it. So he knew how well it worked. Yeah.
Well, Donnie, I like the name Velcro too. I'm glad you found a way to get there.
It's here. I like it.
Noggles is staring at Velcro in awe of all the subterfuge. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, and Cormac's really trying to process all of this. He's trying to think of a truth, but at the same time, something's nagging at him about that nameplate that he made. It's wrong. It's wrong. So that's really what he's focused on correcting.
I still don't understand. They're both kind of weird names. Why did you change it slightly?
Keston, I don't expect someone like you to understand the intricacies of this type of happening. You're just with your misshapen face and your horrible patient ways. I just think you should shut your mouth.
Well, I suppose I am limited by my individual frame of reference.
This is true. Now we should really move on.
All right, Velcro.
I mean, could you wear a mask?
Yeah,
Noggles
like how
is just
bad
like
is
staring at
Keston
Keston,
messed
like,
up?
Could you just like maybe a
Oh, I thought you were talking to Velcro.
No,
You're talking
like
to Keston
like
Garris.
Could like a handkerchief across your lower, like just cover your jaw. Oh,
Now, see here, fellas.
how do you chew?
Just fine. Remarkably well. Thank you. Wow. Keston's a good-looking guy. Haven't you seen his...
He was a good-looking guy.
He's got art from the module. Look at him. Here's his token.
And then you had the Stag Lord
post-Stag Lord
rearrange his face.
He kind of looks like MacGyver.
I was really young when MacGyver went off air.
Okay, well, Velcro, welcome to the podcast. What do you do? You just continue down the road?
Yeah,
What you guys doing?
we're heading back to our. I'm sure we're all healed up and packed up, and we're gonna head over to the old sycamore.
The old sycamore. All right, so let's see if I can remember the names of everybody. We got Calvarus the Redeemed. Is that true? We got Cormac O'Malley. No.
Cormac O'Cannon. It's O'Cannon.
Cormac O'Cannon. Noggles.
It's just Noggles.
That's it, right? Just Noggles.
Vanderbeek, right?
Noggles
Vanderbeek.
Nope.
I don't know. I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's the great. No.
That's great. No, not going to happen.
Next episode, we'll open up with Noggles saying, "I've lied to you all. I used to have one name. It's actually my last name.
I too am a master of subterfuge."
And of course, we now have Velcro.
Jesus. You're already going to change it on me, man? Come on.
Velcro.
We're going to have another moment of truth next episode.
Velcro. Orloff.
Orlog.
I'm never going to get here. Let me write that down on my wife's stationery.
He's just going to be he's known by Velcro. We don't even need the last name.
Velcro Orlog. I have to tell my wife I really like the play on this on this gel tipped pen. That's nice. Okay. All right. Fine. You continue on with your journey. You know what I'm bringing back today for this? I'm bringing back the old weather dice because we're having fun. We're having fun in the Came lands right now. All right. I'm going to roll it. Oh, it's partly cloudy. Oh, well, I guess we'll just use the same old wonderful bird tweeting ambience. Fine. Continue on. It's about another day or two's journey, and it goes by relatively, with relative ease. You're camping out there, the weather's good, and you see the old sycamore in the distance. Probably on the morning of day 3 or something like that. It's a relatively easy journey, and I think a lot about some of the things that I remember from the old episodes and what I pictured when the first party approached the old sycamore. First of all, you approach it from a different angle. I think you hit it from the west. This time you're hitting it from the south. But the tree was looking really terrible, 2 years ago when the original party went to the tree. Today, as you approach the tree, it's looking a lot better. I don't know what the PCs know about the tree, but what we the players know about the tree is that you got the midflit infestation out of there, and the tree has begun recovering. And so there are leaves in the trees. It's beautiful, very green, very lush. There's like tree stars up in the tree from Land Before Time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, got you guys with that. I saw Donnie and I were born, with like 10 days apart from each other or something.
Close.
We've both seen Land Before Time. So you get there, you arrive. What's got to be 6 to 7 days probably since this alleged boar was slain by Jaethal's knife. You're probably 300-400 yards away from it. It's so massive, though, that you know exactly where it is. What do you do?
Inspect it?
Yeah. I think Noggles is also kind of in awe because this is like a historic place with the Snickerdoodles were at basically war with the Mitflits. Like there was a battle.
Oh, yeah.
They stole the statue from them.
Right.
And so
right.
he's
And not
like,
only
whoa.
that, Mitflits had various Snickerdoodles, I guess suit scales as they were known at the time, captive within
That's where
within the
was.
sycamore.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's where you rescued Micmac, and there were other, like, I don't know if I really teased it out much during the game, but in the module, my recollection is that they were like dead and tortured.
Yeah, they were
kobolds
dismembered
down there.
like toys, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely trying to have the players look past the nuances and realize that the Mitflits are evil as fuck, and they are. But yeah, no, the tree's looking a lot better. You approach.
Is the boar still out there? Can we inspect that?
Okay, so you get closer and closer to the tree. You know, what Ennio told you is that the boar was near the tree. So let's get a perception check from you guys as you begin to try to search for the boar in and around the tree.
A 15 from Noggles.
All right, anyone beat a 15?
I got a 20 for Calderas.
28 for Velcro.
Well, I guess everybody.
Velcro. I know. Donnie, you edited episode 108. After editing episode 108, or were you inspired to change your name to Velcro?
It was, no pun intended, it was going to stick. So I figured I just needed to lean into it.
All right. So Velcro decides to head straight toward the sycamore. And the rest of you guys are kind of fanned out and looking through the tall grass all around this beautiful tree. And, you know, Velcro sees it first. The boar is the corpse of the boar, the carcass, I guess you would call it, is there. It's nearby the tree. Okay. Not far from where you guys stood 2 years ago while playing different characters, as you're just like looking at this tree. The boar's there. The boar very clearly has a wound that killed it. That wound is in the boar's neck. And the boar lays, 10 yards from the trunk of the massive tree. And there it is.
Could you like a medicine check to see if we can...
I think it's dead. I don't know if you can bring it back.
I'm wondering
to see how it died.
Well, the story was that the dagger was used to kill the boar. Like, I don't know if we can vet that out anyway. As an apprentice in the medical arts to Velcro, Cormac gladly offers his non-expertise in this check. Yes, Cormac, why don't you go investigate and see if you can determine the cause of death of this boar?
So I'll go up to the boar and kind of start poking and prodding around and see what's going on there. Ooh, it's got a 14 total.
So there's a wound in the neck of the boar, and that wound is of the shape that you would expect. It looks as though the dagger was driven into the neck area, and that was the wound that killed the boar, and you don't see any other injuries to the boar.
Guys, dagger killed it.
Would a 20 medicine check tell us anything more or less?
Velcro, you're like, look closer. And you come up and you take another look. And Velcro, to you, it seems as if this is not the wound that would have been inflicted in a fight, but this is more the wound that would be used if a butcher was killing livestock, harvesting livestock.
Yeah, so I think, yes, Cormac, you're true, this wound would have killed it, but there's more there if you look slightly deeper. And he shares that with you.
Yeah, and so hearing this, like, Cormac starts pulling open the wound to look deeper.
Very literal.
So he's very literal, Cormac. Yeah. You begin this kind of forensic examination, and it really doesn't really look like there was much of a fight with this boar. It just, there's nothing about this boar that indicates that it tried to defend itself or anything like that. It just looks like it was killed by this knife.
This seems troublesome that someone would kill this boar and leave it here. It seems like a message. He has no idea. He just loves to make up things and say them. So
great. So Calveris is going to search around the area.
Yeah, Calveris, make a perception check or survival.
Oh, that's a 20 on a die, so 25.
A natural 20?
Yeah.
Natural 20. Which did you roll? Which skill were you testing?
Perception.
The boar was not killed in the spot where its carcass currently lays. The boar was killed somewhere else and was dragged here, and Calveris can tell because they're pretty nuanced. It's been a few days now, but it looks as though the boar was dragged to this position post-mortem, and you even see a glint, a little gliding of blood, and the track that the boar was dragged over, the track that developed underneath the corpse of the boar as it was dragged, that track leads right up to the trunk of the sycamore.
Wow. Well spotted, my Hell Knight companion. Shall we investigate more?
Can we follow the trail where it was dragged from?
Yeah. You walk right up to the damn trunk, and there's a gash. There's a gash in that trunk.
I don't fit in there, so if you guys plan on going in there,
let's refresh our memories.
It's gonna be without me. Without me and the big
sycamore
guy.
We have to
When you guys announced all your heights, I was thrilled.
Well, I'm not going in.
Because we were going back to the sycamore, motherfuckers. That's what we're doing.
I feel like Mike just made that up when he found out how tall me and Donnie were. He's like, oh, let's go
I saw
there.
his eyes like blaze, like in excitement.
I made kind of a short orc, too.
Are you? Velcro was on when you as Verlos, he was on stilts. Now that he's Velcro,
no, like they're usually over 7 feet. He's a little under 7 feet.
Oh,
so.
I see what you're saying.
Wait, it's not an orc. It's 3 goblins and a trench
That's 3 goblins in a trench coat.
That should not have made me laugh as hard as it did, but it did. What do you do?
Let's go in the old sycamore.
Let's get in there. Let's squeeze. Because it's not our... Can we pretend this is our home so we don't have to squeeze? I think I recently learned the mechanic works that way.
Yeah, if we could just claim it as our home and be like, look, we live here now.
I live here now.
The ceiling height within the old sycamore is rarely over 5 feet, and much of the uppermost foot is a tangle of roots and dangling fungus, forcing medium creatures to stoop and awkwardly adjust the swing of their weapons. As a result, these creatures take a -1 circumstance penalty on attack rolls and are clumsy 1 within the layer.
If they're what
Nice.
size?
Medium.
Oh, bummer, guys. Sorry.
Noggles is doing
condition,
fine.
clumsy.
Clumsy 1.
I'm just going to let
Clumsy 1.
Noggles just solo it. Get in there, see what he can come out with.
What is the marching order?
Cormac will go second.
Vel go first. We'll get up front.
Noggles will get in the third position then.
I guess I'll bring up the rear. Well, no, that doesn't make any damn
Where's
sense.
Keston at?
Well, I'll hold in the back.
Oh.
Bill, you go ahead.
Oh, Keston.
Send Keston first.
Keston,
There we
get
go.
up there.
Keston.
He's super
Yeah.
brave.
Here's a torch.
All right. Oh, thank you. And he begins going in. He parts the vines, and he's like, I've read all about this place. You guys understand where we're going, right? This is where King Sertova and that lizard folk that bashed Tran so fast. And who else was there? Dry Cold May and Mitchell Groning. They went in here. Well, who was the NPC that was with you for the? Oh, Valerie. Valerie went into the old Sycamore.
Keston, have you ever been in a gash like this?
Oh, in my younger years, I've been upon many gashes.
So bad. Did you ever pick up any mitflits after being in a bad guy?
You know, a
We had a
gentleman
whole
never
infestation we had to kill.
tells. I don't know. I don't want to talk about this. It's making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I got something for that. And Cormac kind of rustles around in his gear and pulls out a potion for Keston. He said, I kind of used some of your blood to make this, and I think it'll work well for you.
Oh,
What are
Wow.
you talking about? What is happening? That's weird.
It should heal you when you drink it, I think.
I think.
I don't understand.
He should drink it now.
Keston goes inside the hole inside of the tree. We're calling a gash. And do you guys remember? I didn't totally re-listen to this, but man, the ambience of this old sycamore tree is like awesome. It's still dead silent inside. The muffling of the vines and the sound and the soil and there was this rotting smell that the first party experienced. This one, it's much more of an earthy, healthy smell emanating, wafting up from the old sycamore. I thought what I might do, since we've been in this location before, I thought I might just remove the fog of war. I would assume Keston, if nothing else, Keston knows the layout of the old sycamore. The rest of you guys, take a look at this. This dungeon layout is so interesting. You know, for those of you at home, there's a bunch of disjointed rooms that are connected up really by like arrows. Like the room at the top of the map leads down to the bottom of the map. And again, they're kind of non-contiguous. But over on the left side, there's this really neat kind of cross section. The bottom of the sycamore, underneath the sycamore, it's almost like an anthill. All of these rooms connected by these little tunnels and stuff. And so you can see when you get down into the trunk of the sycamore, the first thing you're met with is this fork in the road. And you can either fork to the left or fork to the right. You might recall all those episodes ago, you guys picked the left fork, which led you to the Mitflit slingshot fight. And remember those guys, they were shooting ball bearings at each other and stuff. What does this party do though, as you descend down into the old sycamore?
I say we go right.
Keston, lead us to the right.
Oh, okay. And so he does. And you exit out into this room here. Okay. So Keston goes first. He begins crawling down through, and you guys are behind him. This goes on about 40 feet or so. And he's got a torch, I guess, right?
Yeah, we gave him a torch.
Okay. Yes. It's lighting the way.
Yeah. What are our vision? Does anyone have dark vision? Or is it just me?
I've got dark vision.
Oh, you do?
So you send Keston first. Keston, he's heavily armored, by the way. Keston wears he wears full plate. So watching him do this is hilarious. He's getting all the roots and all the crap and all the dirt and all the mud all into the nooks and the crannies of his armor. And you see him, he keeps adjusting like his pants, or whatever they are, like his armor. It's all like there's like mud in his underwear, he's miserable. Keston realizes that he hates adventuring at this point and can't believe he signed up for this. You guys never took him along before. Keston, he's here now. And he looks back at you guys and he's like, this is horrifying. And he emerges out this hole, kind of in the upper left-hand corner of this large chamber. This chamber, when the Mitflits lived here, this was sort of the hatchery. I think either Mitflits hatched here or centipedes or a combination of both. I don't know. Keston emerges out. He crawls out and he stands in this room. He kind of straightens himself up and he stands and he's stooping. Is it Cormac who's right behind him?
Yes.
Cormac, you are coming next and you are able to get down onto the ground as well. And you're in the process of standing up when Keston sort of takes his torch and he waves it around and he illuminates the room with it. And what he sees down in the south of this room, illuminated by the light, are 4 bipedal creatures. And these creatures look to both you and Keston to be elves. Okay, they are elves. And the elves look at you and you look at them, and the elves exchange a quick look with each other. And then they begin moving as if they want to kill you. And I did make that description because 3 of them have bows and they have those bows out and they knock arrows into their bows. And then there's a 4th elf that looks real castery, and that elf begins incanting. 3 of you guys are still up in the tunnel. That's going to be difficult terrain for you guys as you, I guess, need to clown car yourselves out into this chamber. Roll for initiative. They appear to be trying to kill you.
They're unfriendly.
But you noticed that there was an exchange between them of confusion. And that caster begins casting. And then the rangers then followed suit. Velcro, what'd you get?
27.
Whoa. Calvaris.
Calvaris. 17.
17 for Calvaris. Cormac.
24.
Whoa, pretty good.
Wow.
Noggles.
I rolled a 17 as well. I'll let Calvaris go before me if he does want to.
Yeah, that's fine. I say we just sit here and watch the fight and see how it goes.
Now, were there any exploration activities that I need to know about? Was anyone scouting, for example?
I didn't declare it, so.
Yeah, but I'm happy to give you guys your normal ones. We kind of glossed over it.
I'm detecting magic.
Scouting.
Okay. So Calvaris would have been scouting?
Yeah.
All right. Then let's give you guys, well, up you all 1 point.
All right.
Which will be helpful. Velcro, you are up. So you must hear this going on behind Cormac.
What in the world, Cormac, is happening in there? So you said I'm in difficult terrain right now?
Yeah.
Is that right? Because I'm in the tunnel, so it'll take me double to get that.
Yeah, but you're not that far. I mean, you're 5 feet back from Cormac. So, I mean, yeah, you'd need to burn 10 feet of movement to get into this room.
Okay, so he'll do that, and he'll get in front of Cormac.
Ooh.
And then on himself, he's going to cast Forbidding Ward. And that's going to... Well, wait a second. You ward an ally against the attacks. I don't think I can cast it on myself.
I don't think so. Yeah. I think you're right.
So he'll cast this on Cormac. So he'll get a +1 to his AC for... I think I have to pick a creature, though.
Yeah.
He will pick... he'll pick the boss-looking lady, the one that looks different than the other 3. Yeah.
Okay,
so
okay.
If that one
the
tries
caster.
to attack Cormac, yeah, he'll get a +1 AC against.
Yeah, my skin kind of gets tingly and ooh.
And that will end his turn.
Very good. Okay. Let's see here. Cormac, you are up.
So am I aware of which one I'm being warded against?
I mean, I would imagine that Velcro could
he would have said if that one comes at you, I don't know, somehow he lets you know that you've got extra protection against
Let's lob a bomb at that one then.
Yes.
All right. Let's see here. I have to give you the -1 penalty to attack rolls because you are medium, but you would expect these elves to be subject to that too. So it all works out.
So I think, let me toggle the clumsy. Yep, that adds it. Well, it doesn't add it. It applies it. So total of 12 on that bomb toss. We're throwing a blight bomb.
Splash at least.
Just a miss?
You will miss, but not critically. So I can give you splash damage on the target.
All right, so that is 2 splash damage.
Okay, and what type was that on the blight bomb?
Face melting type.
Oh,
instant elf kill?
new.
Is that the type?
Poison damage.
Poison. Okay, very good. Okay, no reason.
Second action, I'm going to pull out a dark vision elixir and drink it.
Oh, very
That's
nice.
cool.
Smart. That's really smart.
Wonderful. Okay. And so is that the final two actions?
Yep.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I think Keston's torchlight would have been sufficient to not have to have you roll concealment on the dim light. But now if Keston moves or whatever, yeah, you're a lot more freed up. Okay, very good. It is Ranger A's turn. He's got a couple different targets here. Let me just randomly select who I'm going to shoot. Velcro. All right, so this orc comes in and the elves look at each other and they go, "It's an orc," and it kind of seems a little weird. I don't know, a little.
How did they know so quickly?
I know, right?
It's because he's using his real name now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Short bow attack coming at you. Let's see, total of 17.
He pounds his chest and tells that elf to go fuck himself.
Oh
That's a
my!
miss.
Yes.
God, is your AC 18?
It is no.
Huh? Okay. I was just curious if the penalty. Okay. Very good. Let's see. He's going to knock another arrow and fire again.
Does he indeed go fuck himself?
No, he does not take the advice. That second arrow misses, and for his third action, he's going to scuttle over here. He kind of changes his position. He shifts to the other half of the chamber, kind of spreading out in sort of a pincer around you guys. And it's Ranger B's turn, and Ranger B is going to target Keston Garrus. And of course, this is where I'm sure I'm about to crit myself, except Keston's AC is 20 at level 2 with the full plate that he wears. And that first attack roll was decent, but will miss Keston. And similar thing here, second shot. Let's see here. Yeah, that one doesn't hit either. And you notice that these two shots are coming out kind of interestingly. They've got an ability where there's no multiple attack penalty. They just take a flat penalty to 2 shots in a row, but they're kind of real quick shots. You know what I'm saying? And this Ranger's third action, he's going to move his full movement speed again, kind of into a position where he's got kind of a different angle on you guys than his colleagues has. And it is the caster's turn now. I kind of got these guys all bunched up in the initiative order. Is Velcro wearing metal armor?
Yes.
Oh, he is. Well,
He is. He's wearing half plate.
Uh-oh. Well, there was a pretty good chance that this elementalist was going to target Cormac, but he's actually got a couple ironclad or metal-clad targets in front of him. So I'm going to roll off on this and see who he picks. You know what? He nevertheless chooses Cormac. There was a small chance of that happening. I need a reflex save, please, from Cormac, as a tendril of lightning that cracks with thunder arcs out from the arms, arcs out from the hands of this elven caster toward you.
23.
You pass. You will take half damage. This is a spell called Thunder Strike. This is a remastered spell. I believe it used to be Shocking Grasp. So instead of being a melee spell, Shocking Grasp is converted to the spell called Thunder Strike, which has a range of 120 feet. In any event, it does a D12 electricity damage and a D4 of sonic damage. I will roll these out together and then divide them by 2. Whoa. 15 total on this. So that'll be 7 damage to Cormac.
Ouch.
That was a 12 on the D12 and a 3 on the D4. So 1 shy of maximum damage on that. And then the elf will cast a second spell while standing in place. And that is the end of its turn. Calvaris.
All right. So how many moves would it take me to get out? 2?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you're kind of in the back there. Yeah, you'd need 2 moves to get into any square in the front here.
All right. So I'm going to double move to in front of Chin Boy. And I'm going to make a comment to him, like something along the lines of, "Why haven't you charged yet, coward?" And then I'm going to point at the caster, and I'm going to use Intimidating Glare. Oh, that's a 19 on the die plus 7. So that's a 26.
Whoa, 26? That you just crit this guy with an intimidation check. So he will go to Frighten 2, I believe. That sucks.
That's my whole turn.
That's a bummer. He's like, because it's a Hell Knight that just came in the damn room. We got a Hell Knight up in the club now. Noggles, looking at my notes here, my handwriting is so poor that I thought this word was nipples, but it's not. It's noggles. Sorry. Go ahead.
My God, he found out my true name.
That's your true name.
Now your wife's going to do the pencil scratch thing on the notepad and see nipples written.
Right. She's going to get into work tomorrow morning and she's going to be like, my husband wrote Velcro, Cormac, nipples,
my
F2.
God. Noggles is going to unleash his psyche again. And I was reading about this a little bit after our last session, and it's actually got it's got a kind of a visual component to it. It's like he's got this aura that surrounds him, and I visualize that as it's kind of ghostly images of any sentient or mental like minds around him. So it's like your guys' faces kind of swirling around him, kind of ghostly, just like swirling. Like it's just kind of a little flavor there.
Wow.
That's a free action that gives me access to my psyche spells, and the first one I'm going to cast, actually this isn't a psyche, it's just a normal cantrip, but I'm going to amp this up, so it's another new thing that I'm learning with psychics. He's going to cast Forbidden Thought on Ranger B.
Ranger B, okay.
And he's going to amp that up.
Okay.
And what that means, so it's the place the psychic lock on a foe's mind to prevent them from a specific action. He's going to choose striking.
Okay.
And since it's amped up, the telepathic push is particularly shocking to those who resist it. If the target fails its save, it's also stunned 1.
Wow. Okay.
And if it does, so if that archer chooses to attack on its next turn, it takes 3d6 mental damage.
Jeez.
Wow.
And I make a save, and if I critically fail the save, I become stunned 1.
Fail. Just a regular fail.
A regular fail. Jeez. Yeah. It's not good. Hey, can we address the controversy from last episode? I meant to put this on the agenda, but I didn't write an agenda and then forgot to do an agenda before this episode. But we should approach the content. You know, I caused the elk to attack poor Noggles when Noggles put a psychic lock on the elk. And let me just say that was wrong. That was wrong. That was wrong. I think I was like, I think I psyched myself out when I made the plot armor joke about Noggles, and I was like, I gotta attack Noggles. But also, I just think I wanted to do it because it felt good. And
Did it feel good?
It did. Okay. But that doesn't make it right.
So my third action, I'm going to cast another spell that's going to be amped up. Uh-oh. This one is message.
Message.
I'm going to send a message to Calvaris.
Oh.
I'm going to say, you got this. Move in there faster. You got more to go. You're not there yet. And since that spell is amped, your telepathic message allows you to coordinate your actions while you pass on information. The target of this message can immediately spend its reaction to step or stride.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Fucking, how far can I stride?
25 feet of movement.
Guess where I'm going.
Oh, God.
That's the end of my turn.
Wow. That is really cool. Right up to the elementalist, right up to my caster. Wow. You just nullified my distance that I had given myself. You know what? That's a good move.
It felt good.
That was good, Brad. That was good. I like that.
Did it feel good to you?
It felt good. Yeah.
So now you understand why I gored you with an elk. Wow. Very good. Okay. So that's the end of Nipple's turn. It's Keston's turn. Keston is like,
asshole.
I'm sorry. Keston's like, die, he says. And the first thing he's going to do, God, he needs to get his shield out. Well, he's got the torch. He needs the torch. So he's not going to go with his shield. He's going to have a torch and his long sword. He's going to go to Ranger B. He's going to walk straight over to Ranger B with his first action. With his second action, he's going to use his ability called Combat Assessment. This is a new ability, I think. At least I don't remember seeing it on fighters before. This is a one-action activity. You make a telegraphed attack to learn about your foe. Make a melee strike. On a hit, you can immediately attempt a check to recall knowledge about the target. On a critical hit, get a +2 circumstance bonus to the recall knowledge check. Then the target becomes temporarily immune to combat assessment for 1 day. Keston is going to try to figure out about this, what's going on with this ranger.
It's a cool ability.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really play to a fighter's strengths, because fighters, they don't have, a lot of, skills and recall knowledge skills. But Keston has a background that gave him society as a skill, and so he's trained in society. As you guys know, he's from a noble family, so I gave him a noble,
he won't shut up about
family background.
That's all he'll tell us.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's a Garrus. So I guess I'm going to try to hit this guy with a long sword. Oh my goodness, that's a 28 total versus this ranger. And you know what? Motherfucking Keston Garrus just crit this elf ranger. So I'm going to roll some damage. It's going to do 2d8 plus 8.
Keston's going to get a kill.
That's right. My boy. 17.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Jesus.
The hell of a
Take that.
17 damage. That's right. And you know what? The ranger does not go down. But that's a big hit on Ranger B. Keston gets a free society check now to recall knowledge on this ranger. Total of 18 on that. So he does recall about the this is an elf ranger. And what do you guys want to know? I'll let you still determine what info you get. What does he know? His lowest save? Okay, Keston knows that these elf rangers are they have a weak fort save.
Weak fort.
They are wafy. And everything. But here's the other thing that Keston realizes about these elves. They're from Keonan. They are Keonan elves.
Oh, that's where Jaethal is from.
That's where Jaethal's from.
Okay.
That's what he knows. And he looks back to you guys. He's like, they're affiliated. They're Keonan. Anyway, he gets a third action.
Thanks,
actually.
buddy.
Yeah. So he's going to, you know what he's going to do? He's going to aid. And I was looking, I was like, another versatile human? No. I took cooperative nature with Keston Garrus. So that's going to give him a +4 bonus to aid checks.
Shit.
So is there anyone here that wants to attack Ranger B? He'll cooperate with you guys, and he'll resolve an athletics check to try to or an attack roll or whatever. I don't know. He'll resolve a check with a +4 bonus, try to aid somebody to hit Ranger B. Who wants it?
I'm a little out of range.
Calvaris has crossed.
Does
the
it have to
room.
be a melee or I suppose
Be any
or is it
attack. It could be
spell attack.
Be a spell attack. He just needs to. He'll just try to give you guys a bonus to your strike.
I'll attack him. I'll take the bonus.
All right. Okay. So Keston will react to Velcro's strike when Velcro's turn comes around. That's the end of Keston's turn, and it's Ranger C's turn. Ranger C is going to draw back his bow. He's going to fire at Calvaris, who has run over toward him. 25.
What kind of bows he got?
He's got a short bow.
All right. That's
So
a hit,
no volley.
obviously. Clearly, that's a hit.
That is a hit, a D6 plus 4. He's an NPC, so he's going to build weird. 6 damage to Calvaris. Second attack roll here. Probably that's not going to hit. Yeah, no way. That's like a 12 or something. Okay. And then the ranger is going to shift himself into a flank on the other side of Calvaris. So now Calvaris, I'm going to do that wrong. Calvaris. Calvaris is now flanked between the Elementalist and Ranger C. That's going to move us into the next round. Velcro.
You're too excited about the name.
I am.
All right, so yeah, he is going to sprint at his top speed of 20 feet for move action 1. Velcro will run over here, and he'll get side by side with apparently his newfound friend Keston Garrus.
Yes.
His second action, he is going to draw his axe. It's a +1 orc neck splitter. He calls it the Dawn Splitter.
The Dawn
Splitter. And then he's going to take aim at this Ranger B.
Okay.
He's going to let loose at +9.
Well, before you do that, let me try to aid you.
And you get a +4 to that aid?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Let me look up aid real quick.
Orc neck splitter. What does that look like?
The single-bladed bearded axe has a jagged blade that's perfect for separating bone from tendon and cartilage.
It's perfect.
And I assume he's got
So it'll work equally
he's got
well.
an ornate, he's got images of Saren Ray and flames and fire and that kind of stuff throughout.
All right, aid. It's a DC 15 check to give a +1 circumstance bonus to an assisted skill check. So basically, if Keston with his +4 bonus can score a 25 on this, then he'll give you a +2 bonus to this. Now, Keston is a fighter, so he's an expert with the longsword. We haven't done a lot of aiding. But I think I can use the longsword attack modifier without any multiple attack penalty to do this. So Keston normally melees at a +10. I'm going to melee this at a +12. And if I can beat 25, I'll crit this. No, I don't, but I do aid you. So you'll take a +1 bonus to this.
+1. All right, let's see what we do. Oof, that is going to be a tweener. That's a 12 for a total of 21.
21. Okay. And by the way, I did my arithmetic wrong on Keston's thing. I didn't give him this +4 bonus, but even with the +4 bonus, he doesn't crit. He reacts, he aids you, and you do land a hit on this ranger.
Nice.
Awesome. All right.
Finish him.
We're going to do 1d8 plus 3. And that is going to be 10 damage.
10 damage.
Wow. Nice roll.
Big hit. You slay
What?
Ranger B.
Nice
Holy
work.
shit. Okay.
You slay. He goes down. He's clutching his neck, which has been split.
Yes, it has been.
It's because of the name. I just draw on whatever is around me, guys, Wow. Okay, very good. Now, Donnie, I noticed you took an action to pull your weapon on Velcro.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't have anyone else do it. I didn't have Keston do it, but I appreciate your authenticity. If I had a hero point to give you, I would give it to you. Cormac.
Does off guard stack with frightened too? Frightened is status penalty.
I'll bet you off guard is a circumstance.
Off guard is circumstance.
It is, yeah. Okay, yeah. So it does stack.
All right, so my first action, going to use quick alchemy and the quick bomber, pull out a versatile vial and create a bottle of bottled lightning.
Ooh.
And we're gonna fight electricity with electricity, and I will lob that at the caster.
Okay, all right. I wish you luck. He's frightened 2, so his AC is reduced by 2 right now.
That is a total of 21.
You
Nice.
hit him.
Nice.
Yes, you get him with that full
Get him,
damage.
Cormac.
All right, that'll do 9 electricity damage, 2 electricity splash, and I'm bomber spec, so that will not splash Calvaris.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And now he is also flat-footed until the start of my next turn.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
fantastic.
Okay, so his AC is low because he's still frightened 2, and he's now off guard. He's off guard to everybody, right?
Yes.
Man, okay.
That's incredible.
Very good.
That's one action, right?
Yes.
Jesus.
Wow. That's insane.
Alchemist. Alchemist.
Second action, I'm going to move up and put
thank you.
Ranger C in a flank with Calvaris.
Wow.
So we're kind of all in a big line here.
Yes, you are.
I feel like I'm in the middle of the centipede right now. I don't really like it.
It's like a conga line. I was going to go with the conga line, Anything else from Cormac?
Yeah, I'll draw my dagger.
Okay, very good. Let's see. We have Elven Ranger A. It's his turn. The way I see it, I've got 2 potential targets. Ranger A can, really, I think I just have 1. Yeah, because Ranger A can't really see Cormac around that lip there. So Ranger A is going to loose 2 quick arrows versus Velcro, each one at a +9. Oh, natural 1 on the first one. That's not going to hit. I'm rolling my blue die. Let me switch over to Old Yeller. What was I thinking with that? Gosh, okay. Second one also at a +9. Again, they've got this double shot thing. No, that 14 isn't going to do it. Then the elf is going to reposition himself over here. He gets closer to the eastern side of this cavern. That's the end of his turn. This would have been B's turn, but B is dead. That brings us straight to the elementalist. He is frightened 2. He'll drop to frightened 1 when this turn ends. But in the meantime, what's he gonna do? He's got this Calvaris right here. I'm going to keep doing that. Calvaris in his face.
Mike, you call us whatever you feel like.
Nipples, Calvaris, Velacro.
Velacro. He's got an ability called Elf Step, and that lets him step twice in one action. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to step. He steps to the east, gets out of melee
Do-si-do.
with this Hell Knight.
Line dancing elf over here.
Yeah, he's like line dancing out of there. And, I had him go ahead and do that because, he doesn't know if there's an attack. He doesn't know if this guy's combat trained or what. I know Calvaris doesn't have that, but this elementalist doesn't. And I'll take that reflex save from Calvaris as another thunder strike heads toward you.
That's not good. I rolled a 1.
Oh, dear.
Oh no.
No, that's not good.
That's not a natural 1. Are you 0 checking that, or what are you doing?
Nope.
Just gonna take it.
Yeah. All right, my friend. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do a D12 and a D4. I'm sorry, 2D12 and 2D4.
Oh, that's Christ. How many hit points you got left there, Bill?
I'm good. We'll see. If he maxes out, I'm fucked, but...
Okay, all right. Let's see here. 7 plus 10 is 17, plus 3 is 20. 20
Ouch.
damage.
I'm fine.
Do you have any reactions?
I could shield block it.
I think it's a strike, though.
Yeah, I can't do it.
And I don't think your reaction works if you get hit. It's only if someone next to you. Yeah.
The allies.
Yeah, liberating step is if somebody else gets hit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, so he gets you square in the chest with that thunder strike. This dude's, he's got a little juice left in him. That's the end of the elementalist's turn. That brings us to Calvaris.
Calvaris is going to look at him and smile.
Oh, no. I feel a little scared, actually.
He's going to step into this square. He's going to take a move, and then he's not going to pick up his shield. He's going to put both hands on his bastard sword.
Oh, no.
And he's going to try and ram it through this guy's chest.
Oh, God. Okay. He's off guard and frightened 1.
So it's a 17 plus 10. So it's 27 hit?
27 hits because of the off guard and frightened.
Alchemists.
Nice.
It hits. I mean, it crits.
Oh, it's a crit.
You crit this dude. You crit this guy.
Adios.
Let's do that.
He's already taken 13 damage.
24.
24 damage.
Yeah.
And you overkill him by 2 health points.
Nice.
He's
freaking work.
Out of here. So you just where did you put that thing? Right in his chest?
Just right into his chest. I thought about grabbing him with one hand and then jamming it into him. Just to, prove a point, but I'll just pin him to the wall for a second.
My goodness. Okay, well, these 2 remaining rangers do not like that very much. That's going to bring us to Noggles. Oh, little Noggles. He's still in the tube.
That was, I still have one turn.
No, I think putting a hand on your sword, what is the turn?
Oh, yeah, you you adjusted grip.
All right, that's fine.
Noggles
will shuffle on in. He'll move his little feet. You don't really see his feet moving, just the robes dragging on the ground. I think he's going to stand next to Cormac. He's going to do a rank 2 soothe, cast rank 2 soothe on Calvaris.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
2d10 plus 8.
Nice.
Very nice.
That is going to be 21 hit points back.
Wow.
Nice.
Jeez, this party's effective.
That's what you get when we get to talk about our tunes beforehand.
Yeah, right.
You let us communicate with each other.
Keston, he goes, by the power vested in me by the state of Shrikehaven, I give you a swift death with my sword. My sword is called Oath Taker. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Feels like everyone's got a name now for their weapon, so he made up that at the end. He made that up just right then. He's just gonna longsword this dude as a second action. 27 on that. Keston, come on, my boy. He's doing so good. Oh, almost a crit. Not quite. Yeah. Not quite. Do a little bit of damage here.
Are the elves clumsy?
They are clumsy. Yes, they are. So you're right. That makes it a crit.
Oh,
okay.
Damn. Hell yeah.
2d8 plus 8 for old Keston Garrus. I'll credit Chris with that. Thank you. Let's see here. Ooh, low roll. Double 2s on the 2d8. So what is that going to be? 12 damage on this elf. All right. Big hit on A from old Kesty. Subject to the multiple attack penalties going again. He's feeling it hot. And also, I want to save his reaction for a attack of opportunity. So he goes again, this time subject to map. Oh, he scores again. I rolled 2 17s in a row with this dude just then. So that's going to be normal damage, D8 plus 4. And that's enough to kill this elf, actually.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So he just goes up, just chops this guy down with Oath Taker. Not Oath Breaker, by the way, because Keston, he's a Boy Scout. So it's Oath Taker is the name of that. And that's the end of Keston's turn. It's Elf C's turn.
Surrender.
Gosh, he looks... what does he do? Does he surrender? He looks to the first ranger that's dead, his friend Paul, the next ranger, George, and the elementalist's name, who was Ringo. And this...
I don't get it.
John Paul, George Ringo.
Which one's Yoko?
So I guess this guy's name must be John.
I think he would know that he was beat, Pulse, at this point.
All right, what he does is he looks to you guys, takes his bow, throws it to the ground, puts his hands up. We'll see you guys in episode 110.
Oh,
Right.
interrogation.
Da, 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 da.